Okay, we were having some technical difficulties once again, but we are back. And okay, the avatar of the Guardian once again, once being used out by that Gatot Kacha and the claws coming out from that Belleric. They are trying to land out some hits, but the Zaman Force once again being used out by the Harith follow up. They are diving onto the tower. The mega kill going for Kyle, and Granger is there with the follow up. The jungler versus jungler battle is still going on, but Granger with once again the follow up. But this time, the really good flicker combo as well as that yin yang connecting on from that low, able to get a kill onto onto that Granger. So the jungler from the side of Team Nightmare Crew has been taken down. So it will be an uncontested turtle for the side of Team Into It. They were able to find four trades already, so quite an advantage for them. And they are able to get out and get that tower as well. The diversion was used out by the Luoi. Argus was able to sustain some, and looks like Argus will be able to escape. The Inspire was also used out by him, but still Kazama was able to sustain that damage, and Eden will be forced out to go back because he was quite lacking with those manas from that Luoi. So Argus going back onto the base, and he is able to get that DHS, the Demon Hunter sword for himself, but still Team Into It will be the one having the higher advantage onto the game. They have over the 2K, yeah, not the 2K actually, but the 4K goal lead. The I'm offended play coming up from that Ruby right on point, and Eden with the follow up. Once again, getting the killing spree for their side. The diversion play is coming out from that Luo E, able to do that sustain. And oh my god, that Granger just got ganked up onto his purple. He will be instantly taken down. Four people were there onto there, and he is definitely not having a good time. The Mama's boy once again with a kill onto Popple and Koopa. The Dawning Light was used out by Gojo Satoru, but it won't be having that enough damage as well as it didn't connect it up to the point. And Team Into It, they are having a good time at least for now. So their draft is definitely working out. The Avatar of the Guardian once again being used out by that Gaturkacha onto the mid side, but there was no proper follow up. So they will be forced to go out. They revitalize as well as the Zaman Force again being their retribution was also up to the point. Ice Retrieves just connected onto that Xavier, and looks like they will be focusing onto the towers. The I am offended play as well as a really good flicker combo, able to get down the jungler from Nightmare Crew. Once again, the Granger goes down, and the turtle once again spawning, and looks like Team Into It, they will not be contesting for that turtle once again, and they will try to end the game as soon as possible. They have the goal advantage as well, almost 10k goal lead onto the 7 minutes onto the game. And okay, they are trying to do this for us. Argus with their grasp, and Ruby won't be able to sustain this time. The overextension will be costing Take Care his life, and okay, the dawning light coming up from that Xavier once again, but still the damage won't be enough to take anyone down. But Kyle with the monster kill onto that Argus. So 7 minutes onto the game, and Team Into It having a six-tower advantage already. The Avatar of the Guardian is connected as well as the taunt is there. Benedict was forced out to use House's ultimate. Eden goes back with the flicker, and they will be disengaging for now, but definitely the Team Into It once again having the higher advantage onto the game. And Team Nightmare Crew, okay, oh my god. Harith was able to get a solo kill, not a solo kill, but a double kill for his side and the Granger as well as DZ will be going down. North Doki was also taken down as well. Take Care will be able to slay Popple and Koopa. A 4 for 0 trade for the side of Team Into It. And looks like they will be trying to end this game once again, the same fashion that they did onto the previous game. The minions are there, and Team Into It will be definitely going out to end this game. It was not as short as the previous one, but it took them 8 minutes this time, but still a one-sided domination coming up from the side of Team Into It. It was 7 minutes and 56 out of the previous game. This time it's 8 minutes and 3 seconds. So it was only some seconds kind of a delay, and Team Into It will be proceeding on to the next rounds. Nightmare Crew will be waving the goodbyes, but making it to the top 32 is quite commendable Congratulations for both of the sides, but still, it will be Team Into It victorious for this game. And yeah, Mama's boy, I guess he is the one who is the MVP again for this game. And the execution part was definitely more favorable for the side of Team Into It. They got the higher advantage onto that early game, and they definitely made the most of it onto that side as well. We will be back with game number three. Till then, I will be signing off. So we will be back with more action. Stay tuned.
Feel the embrace of the celestial twilight. May the celestials guide us to triumph. I will guide us to victory. The heavens move at my whim. Your end has been foretold.
From the forge of creation, I am the bastion of order. A sentinel protects above all else. Jet punch! Prepare yourself! Not today, miscreant!
The eternal melody speaks to us in different ways.
Feel the embrace of the celestial twilight. May the celestials guide us to triumph. will guide us to victory. The heavens move at my whim. Your end has been foretold.
From the forge of creation, I am the bastion of order. A sentinel protects above all else. Jet punch! Prepare yourself! Not today, miscreant!
The eternal melody speaks to us in different ways.
Feel the embrace of the celestial twilight. May the celestials guide us to triumph. I will guide us to victory. The heavens move at my whim. Your end has been foretold.
From the forge of creation, I am the bastion of order. A sentinel protects above all else. Jet punch! Prepare yourself! Not today, miscreant.
So we are back with match number 3, and this is going to be between Team Fusion Prime onto the red side, and they are taking on Team, oh my god, Team Final Equilibrium onto the blue side. So I'll be your caster Itami once again, and joining me another caster, and it is going to be Zevo. So Zevo, say hello to everyone onto the stream.
Hi, Tammy. Hi to everyone who's watching the stream right now. Uh, it's my first time casting, and I'm very honored to casting with someone whom I've looked up for. So,
So okay, thank you for that. And looks like the ban phases for both of the like going on. And okay, a first ban in Rithel. I don't see a first. Looks like Team Final Equilibrium. They have done their homework, and maybe they don't want to give out that Irithel onto the, so they have decided to ban it off, followed by the Granger as well as the Matilda. So Granger and Matilda, they are quite, they are meta kind of a hero, and they have the potential to be actually first pick for one of the sides, like for the side of Final Equilibrium or Fusion Prime. So they don't want to be dealing out with it, and they have decided to ban it out. And looks like they have decided to ban out the Fanny as well. And these are the heroes which are doing quite decent onto the patch, I would say.
yep. And for the side of Final Equilibrium, I think they are targeting the marksman. And okay, a Hayabusa getting banned out as well. A good assassin. I mean, you don't see Hayabusa getting picked up uh, much nowadays, but maybe it's just respect ban or maybe something they don't want to encounter. Okay, a Harriet ban as well, another good hero getting on the ban list, which means that Joy is the first. is open and final equilibrium, they have the chance of taking her. But alongside Joy, they still have the Lucian, they still have the Sicilian. So it's kind of like a give or take trade, in my opinion.
That can actually be the case here, and I kind of agree with you. But Hayabusa, he onto the mid as well as the late game phase, he has actually the potential to carry his game unless he gets fed. Like he doesn't feed onto the game. Like if he doesn't get taken down, then that Ogi Shadow kill as well as the what do you call it, the quad shadow plays coming up from him. It can be quite beneficial for one of the sides. So Hayabusa ban, it is a ban worthy hero in my opinion. And if you recently checked out onto the Mobile Legends website, so there was the list of the pick as well as the ban hero, and onto that Hayabusa actually like pick priority kind of a hero. So they have decided to ban it out. But for the specs for both of the sides, looks like team okay, final equilibrium. They have decided to go out with the Hylos room apparently because the Yuzhong is picked out as well as a Xavier too. So Xavier he will be requiring some items in order to dish out a lot of damage onto the game. But a Chow as well as a Alpha picked out from the side of Team Fusion Prime. And Chow most probably is going to be a Roma or maybe even an EXP laner. He is quite of a flex pick. And Timeline, okay, Timeline will be the one picking out the next hero. And I have seen quite few of his game. He likes to prioritize the Farsa as well. The Jushin is actually open too, but okay, I haven't seen Nathan in quite a while. So Fusion Prime, they have decided to go out with a Nathan.
Yeah, Nathan, you don't see him quite often now. So maybe Imperial, he is quite confident on that, and they have gone for the Beatrice ban. Four of the lanes ban here, and so like it just depends on which side has the bigger hero pool now. And on to the side of final equilibrium, they have gone for the Kacha ban. Another good ban because of his AOG. He has the potential to reach towards the backline, and also his taunt ability. He's still there. So what is this? What is going on here? All of the bans, 10 out of the 10 bans, five of them dedicated towards the
Yeah,
That that is just okay. A Sicilian getting banned, which leaves Egyptian still open, and I'm actually surprised because none of the teams are prioritizing the Egyptian or the Joy in this case.
I guess they maybe their lineup is not that comfortable with Jushin. That can be quite possible because people, it's not like they don't want to use our Jushin, but onto the tournament as well as onto the rank scene, we mostly see Jushin onto the ban phase. So people actually don't get the chance to use her. So Mastery is might not be quite there for both of the sides. That might be the reason why they have not decided to like go out with the Jushin immediately. But
Mhm.
the Lapu Lapu pick coming off from the side of Team Fusion. And if you ask me, against that Yuzhong, Lapu Lapu is EXP lane. So Lapu can be quite working out, but okay, a carry as well as a Fredrin coming up from the side of Team Final Equilibrium. But the Alpha, he will be able to dish out a lot of true damage onto this game. So if he is fed with those skills, then Fredrin, he has the ability to actually melt out that Fredrin as well as the high loss too. So Fusion Prime, they will be going out with the final pick, and it is going to be a mid laner. And okay, I haven't seen Novaria quite often, and looks like Team Fusion Prime, they have decided to go out with the Novaria.
Yeah, I mean, the thing with Novaria is she is really good with providing the vision and the lack of magic damage. Nathan will be covering that up for her since he is quite built on the magic damage. And Gary, on the other hand, like it's the if you see the lineup, both the lineups are quite tanky. So picking Gary out here is quite a good option in my opinion. And well, it still depends on the jungle and how you play her because if either of the teams get banned, it will be a total domination for both of them. But looking at the lineup, I do prefer the side of Vision Prime this time. But with that, ladies and gentlemen, let us head towards the Land of Dawn. This is a best of three series between Team Final Equilibrium and Fusion Prime.
Yep, and they are focusing on to their neutral objectives first. Nathan is quite helping out that alpha to get the orange buff. Actually, both of the teams, like both of the junglers, they have decided to start out with that orange first. And both of them, they are physical damage dealers. So they are not that much reliant on mana. So it is quite understandable. Chow is trying to land up some pokes, maybe, and he was trying to get out some vision. And looks like he has done his job. And they have already known that they have started with the orange buff first. And looks like they are just playing some poking games at least for now. And Chow, he is doing actually a really good job trying to get that visions onto the side of Team Final Equilibrium. But Bless Dingo, he is quite low, and Hylos can actually do a 1v1 against him. The flicker was forced out to use from that Chow. Novaria will not be able to connect with that meteor. But okay, both of the junglers are almost level 2 and they are playing some poking games at least for now. So no actions by far, but neutral objective wise, I guess Team Final Equilibrium have slight of a lead, maybe, or maybe, yeah, they are able to have slight of a lead and looks like a team fight might be coming up onto the top side.
Yeah, Sam will be going in, but he's just playing the poke game so far because early game not much of a damage there. Xavier, oh, that was Spirit Baba going in and Hylos in danger. Oh, he stuns Joe, but Joe he gets the taunt from Fred and he was not able to get out. Lapu Lapu going
Oh
down.
my
Oh,
god.
that was a kill for Fred right there, taking Joe out as well. Joe he was about to immune the taunt coming from Fredrin, but quite the missed calculation of the time. But Fredrin Lapu Lapu going in still on the pursuit, not backing down. Hylos will be going in to save Fredrin, and that is look at the
Novaria.
damage from
Yep.
Bavaria. But the Hylos is quite tanky and he's not able to do anything. And that was going in, but he does not have his level 4 ult. He does not have his Black Dragon form yet. So quite. Oh, and that's it. That's this the Black Dragon form getting popped out. The turtle, the darling knight from
Oh my god.
Xavier gets sticks. Lapu Lapu down, and the turtle will be in the hands of Yuzong. Quite the last hit coming from Yuzong.
Yup, and I guess definitely Fusion Prime was not expecting it. The retribution point and they lost. So definitely a worth it trade for the side of Team Final Equilibrium. Actually, that Black Dragon form play actually paid it out quite well, and they have the two kills advantage as well as the goal lead quite favorable for their side. So they are having quite of a good time at least for now. Fredrin is trying to land some mic, and he won't be able to dish out enough damage, but still the
Oh,
follow up is
I
there.
lost with. Okay, that was a glorious pathway getting wasted on because Alpha was not chased off and the Dawning Light from Xavier getting hit. I mean a miss. And Alpha, he will be safe and sound for now. Bot lane, a little skirmish going on, and Lapu and Yuzhong there, having a friendly fight so far. But Chao with the bush going in to check the bush, but Hylos is there and he manages to fish out Hylos right there from his position.
Yep, and okay, no trades by far, like no kill trades at least for now. Still, Team Final Equilibrium quite good at least onto the mid phases of the game, like early phases of the game. They were like that turtle fight was actually quite paying it off, but Alpha.
Yeah, Ben Alpha gets taken down by Fredrin, a 3v1. Alpha alone, Lapu was not going in and he was getting ganked up upon them and he just used his Spear of Alpha on Fredrin. So he had no way to escape and for that he will be getting taken down and the turtle will be spawning in. But okay, Xavier is there. Xavier, uh, quite failing to catch up to Chao this time.
Indeed, Chow is trying to get some visions onto the turtle lane as well. Turtle is getting first contested from an uncontested turtle for the side. The Black Dragon fall. Oh,
Okay, Glorious Puppy getting popped out, and Lapu Lapu will he be succeeding? Okay, he was taken down by Fredrin alongside. Okay, oh, Joe, it's like a wave the dragon. Look at that. Zuzong was not expecting that, but he somehow manages to escape with that much little of HP. But the Sparrow often connects, and
oh my
oh,
God.
Novaya lands the hit with her Astral Meteor right on to Yuzong.
Yup, and that was a okay equal kind of a treat for their side of what actually. So Novaria was able to like get the trade for the side of Team Fusion Prime as well, but still they are like quite behind in terms of the goal lead. And objective wise, both of the teams are yet to get their first towers. So Alpha, it would be better for him if he focuses more onto his farm and he doesn't get ganked up. It would be better, but looks like he is getting some trouble onto the bot.
Oh, the Spirit of Alpha taking Fredin out together with him, but Fredin will be taking Alpha right down. Lapu still. Oh, look at Chow. Look at the HP of Chow. Carry just one hit away from taking Chow out, but Chow will be escaping that as the Astro Meteor and Hylos was protected by Carry. The revitalized getting you stuck there as well.
Yep, and okay, the tower the tower objective is yet to be taken down from either of the sides, and looks like Chow is trying to land up some visions onto that Fredrin, but he will get quite taunted down onto the mid side, but still no treats are there. The turtle is yet to be spawning onto the next 15 seconds. And if you ask me regarding the positioning wise, then maybe final equilibrium will be having a higher advantage, but still Fusion Prime, I guess they will be trying to contest the turtle this time, because if they are able to get it, they will be able to have quite of an advantage. But final equilibrium have already started the turtle, and Alpha is nowhere near to actually be contesting it. The spear of Alpha Red came up, but the retribution play won out by that Fred Red, as well as the unstoppable going for his side. Lapo gets taken down.
Yeah, he was quite a bit late with his black form. And Alpha, I saw Alpha, he was trying to use his ult maybe to get near to the turtle, but he was getting zoned out and he was not finding the perfect position to go right even near to the turtle.
Yep,
Oh, that was the
and
square
okay.
for coming in, and Yuzong, he gets taken down for trying to push the tower by Novaria on the top lane. Nathan getting taunted, and that is not getting used, but he will be escaping, and Hylos with his bonus pathway going after Nathan. Nathan get away. Okay, Nathan gets taken down, but Lapu is there. Okay, Fred is still not. Oh, look at the flicker. Ult coming from Lapu Lapu and Xavier in their back.
Oh,
Okay, look at the Hylos, the HP. And the pursuit from Lapu Lapu, he managed to take one down before going down himself right there.
2 for 1 trade for this side. So definitely actually a win-win situation, as well as the Nathan was taken down by that high loss. So two side laners trade for a one trade. That was the high loss, the rumor for their side. So a win-win situation, as well as the goal advantage for still up to their side. The way of the dragon coming up. Ciao,
Yeah,
and the
yeah,
savior will
but
be
did you
taken
see the way
down.
the dragon coming from? Yep. Look, did you see the way of the dragon coming from Chao taking the Xavier out? And Novaya had the finishing hit, and you know, that's the problem with having Chao because you will get flickered, he will flicker near you, and then you'll be fished out. But you have no purify, you have no way to escape the CC coming in from Chao. And even if your team is still there, if there's a follow up, then that's the only way that you can escape from that.
Okay, the
Okay,
way of the
You
dragon.
don't getting inside as well, the dawning light, but not doing much damage. Okay, a 4v1. But okay, Yuzhong, he gets to take one out before get falling down right there. MM trade. But all of them are down in Alpha. He won't be able to take a lot by himself, and he gets taken down instead as well. Okay, quite not favorable for Team Fusion Prime right now.
Yep, and okay, the gold advantage for the side of Team Final Equilibrium was in terms of the the tower advantage. Final Equilibrium are still the ones leading with at least one tower for their side. The Lord is yet to be spawning. The first one was already been taken down, and if they are able to keep up with the momentum from the side of Team Final Equilibrium, it would be better for their side. Chow, okay, he is getting quite melted down. Look at the damage coming up from that carry, but still won't be enough. The Dawning Light won't be connecting. Chow
Oh,
was forced to use out this flicker. It wouldn't have still connected, but still, at least he was able to save his life.
yeah,
Oh,
it's you know what this is, prevention is better than cure. So, oh, that was the Astral Echo connecting up. Alpha will be going in, but he will be taking down the Black Dragon from user. User will be going in the tourist pathway, getting used up. But I think that Black Dragon form is quite a waste in that position, but Yuzong will still be diving in. Natan, however, he will be escaping with that HP, and Joe onto that Hylos. Hylos will he be able to escape? No, the warrior takes him out as well, but her astral meteor does not have the burning light. Oh, just a little bit more damage, Xavier, and you would have taken two of them out. But Yuzong still on the pursuit, and with Natan and Novaria together, Yuzong will be getting taken down. Carrie, okay, she did manage to get out of there in time before Chao goes on to her.
yep, and the Lord is yet to be spawning, but I still think Fusion Prime, if they actually come up with a really good team, the bravest fighter was used out by the Lapu Lapu, but he is getting quite melted down. Carry will be the one
Oh,
dying. Oh,
yep, glorious party right there again. No, Frederick, look at the damage and the cheese, and he gets taken down as well with the help of Hylos. That was quite what is the impromptu team fight that had broken out there. Hylos is still going on. Oh, will there be a chase? Okay. Oh, Fredden is still going inside. Will he be able to do much of there? Oh, that was the taunt, but and he gets stuck in between the turrets. But I think he will be getting out of there. Not and the dawning light from Xavier just to clear out the minions. Glorious pathway going in Astral Echo connecting four of them, but no chase so far. I mean, they're very far away from each other. And the Lord will be spawning in 3 seconds.
one thing I did just notice is Xavier was only taken down, so he is able to dish out quite decent amount of damage, but
Okay, another dominant going in, and Lapu on the tail of Hylos. Hylos with his low HP, but he gets taken. He will be escaping, and Yuzong going in with his Black Dragon form, and Lapu gets taken. Just miracle from Alpha right there, the Dawning Light onto that again with the help of Xavier. That is the double kill for the Dragon. And Nathan, he will be the only one escaping to us. No, look at the chase. They are not afraid to go inside the turret, take the turret hit. And that is a complete
okay.
wipeout for Team Fusion Prime, and I think it's the end of the game as there's no one to defend their base, and the minions are just coming and pouring in. And with
No, no,
that,
no, 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 no,
the
no.
crystal has been taken
No.
out. Oh,
The crystal is
oh,
yet to be
okay,
taken
that was
out, actually.
yep, yep, too fast of a prediction, and that was they just came right on time just to defend their base.
Okay, this time they don't want to overextend any team fight onto the crystal, and they have the so a safer idea for them, and they will be able to get a uncontested lot for their side. Fusion Prime, they just made it out on time, and the minions were actually not there to end the game. So in final equilibrium, they come up with a really good lane sync, as well as the execution is up to the point, and they might be able to end this game. But if Team Fusion Prime comes up with a potential wipeout, then we might be seeing another different scene happening. So it will be depending upon this team fight coming up.
Yep, the Lord will be marching in from the mid lane, and they're trying to keep the lane pressure and of preventing Fusion Prime from going out of the turret. But Zhao is there quite far from his team. Okay, the Lord is approaching. The Glorious Fighter getting popped out, and Zhao, oh, Lapa right in the middle. But
Oh,
Fusion with his Black Dragon 4 minutes without any team fight getting broken out. The Lord has taken out the crystal right there. First win for Team Final Equilibrium.
Yep, final equilibrium able to get the first game for their side. So the Fredrin, oh my god, he was able to dash out at plays as well as the objective wise too. He was able to get more towers compared to more turtles as well as the lot compared for the side of Team Fusion Prime. And Alpha Pick, he was getting quite ganked up onto the early phases of the game. So he will be having the lowest rating for this game at least. But still, maybe Fusion Prime will be coming up with a comeback. We will be back with game number two. So Zevo, what will be your analysis for this match?
They actually knew the threat of Alpha being in the enemy because he deals two damage and their team was quite tanky. So getting onto the head of Alpha, it was quite a good strategy. And also, Zhao, he did a very good job, but they lack quite the damage because Nathan, his damage comes from mid to late, and aside from Alpha, there's no one else who can do the damage because Novaria, she also lacks damage, and Lapu Lapu is just there for the sustain that they need. So I think if they had cranked up on the damage a little bit, then maybe they would have lasted a bit on the match. And Alpha was the only source of damage, and he got ganked out quite a lot. So quite unfortunate for Fusion Prime.
Yep, and I most probably think they might be coming up. Maybe it might be a clean sweep. We will be waiting for it. We will be taking a short break. Till then, stay tuned and we will be back.
Hmm.
The eternal melody speaks to us in different ways.
So we are back with game number two, match number three, and this is going prime who will be team and the R team final equilibrium onto the red side. So I'll be your caster Itami once again, and joining me will be another caster, and this is going to be Zebo once again. So Zebo, how are you?
Hi, Tammy. I am still shocked from the first game. I still haven't recovered. So, first of all, I would like to say hello to all our viewers. And as you see, it's the drafting phase right now. From the first game, uh, judging based on the draft right now, what do you think Team Vision Prime needs to ban so that they can have a little upper hand in this match? Because this match is a turning point for them, and they really need to win the draft this time.
I think, Fusion Prime, their draft was quite okay, but still, I guess the execution part was not. And would be better for the side of Team Fusion Prime to actually go out with a crowd control mage instead of a burst kind of a mage because Navaria was okay, but still she was able to get down to vision, but still it was not quite a worth it pick for the side of Fusion Prime. So if they are able to work it out, then maybe they will be able to pull it off onto this game and force out a game number three potentially. And looks like the draft, like the ban phases are already over, and they have decided to ban out the Gatukacha as well as the Jushin. So Jushin was actually opened out for all of the time onto the previous game, but still, like both of the teams, they didn't prioritize it. But this time, Matilda is out of the ban section, and Fusion Prime will be the one prioritizing the Matilda as the first pick. So it is actually quite a good trade, I would say.
Yeah, you know, Matilda with Matilda in your team, you have a lot of combinations that you can try. You know, you can still try the Matilda and a combo. It'll work a lot better this time. And as for the side of team final equilibrium, they have gone for the Yuzhong yet again with Fredrin. Okay, I think they are pretty confident with the Fredrin on the last match. So not quite much of a draft change here. And I'm quite curious to what Fusion Prime will take on this
You
match.
know, yeah, for the side of Team Final Equilibrium, it is looking similar to the previous draft actually. And this time, Fusion Prime, they are actually not giving out final carry, and instead they are the one picking it out for themselves. So let's see how they are going to be executing it, followed by the Edith as well. So Edith is a flex pick here, but most probably that is going to be an Edith EXP. And Team Final Equilibrium, they are yet to decide the mid laner as well as the jungler and the gold laner. So three of these picks can be prioritized, and looks like their comfort, their lineup is more comfortable with the Yuzhong Fredrin combo, and they have decided to go out with the Xavier once again. So it is looking quite similar to the previous draft, but this time for the side they won't be having the carry.
Yeah, you know, the Fredrin and Yuzong combo in the first match was too good because Fredrin was there and Yuzong came up with his Black Dragon form. He was onto the enemy while Fredrin was providing the backup because even if one of them dies, one is there to provide the backup. And okay, an Angela ban, not not the standard ban that you see, but is it a respect ban or they just don't want to deal with the Angela? Because you know Angela, she her heal and also she does quite the decent amount of damage, um, unexpectedly actually. So maybe they just find her annoying and they don't want her out. And okay, the Hayabusa getting banned out this time as well. Quite a valid ban, given that Fusion Prime does not have their hyper outfit, but okay, a Kufra gets the ban. Will they go for a link since Kufra is banned, or are they planning something? Are they cooking up something like this?
Okay, a Khufra. Maybe they don't. There is less kind of a chance that an assassin will be coming up now because the Fredrin has already picked out as the jungler. So maybe they don't want to deal out with the Khufra because for their side, like Team Fusion Prime, they might be cooking up side. So that might be the reason they have decided to ban it out. And Ling can be quite of a possibility here as the pick for the side of Team Fusion Prime. And one like Monitoon will be going out with a Beatrix. Against the carry, Beatrix is a really good pick. But instantly Fusion Prime are
Mhm.
responding with a Baxia jungle. So it is going to be a utility jungler versus a utility jungler battle. And it will be followed up with a Lunox as well onto the mid side. So the crowd control mage is not there, but Fusion Prime, they have a lot of damage potential on this game. So they are able to execute it. They will be able to melt down that beefy kind of a composition that uh, team Final Equilibrium has as the Fredrin as well as the Yuzhong. So they have that tanky composition, and for that to answer that, they have decided to pick out the Lunox.
Yep, we have two tank melters on the team, the Carry and the Lunox together. So their draft is pretty good, and I hope it gets played out well. Unlike the last match, they were ganked quite early, starting from quite early. So I hope they do keep that in mind and play a little safe this time because they have a lot of damage potential. So you don't want that potential to get get to waste by getting under fire. And the last pick for the side of the final equilibrium will be a Tigreal. Now I am very excited to see implosion, some good implosions coming in from final equilibrium.
Yep, and the top side this time will be taken Team Fusion Prime, and onto the we have Team Final Equilibrium. This will be the match point for their side. And if Team Fusion Prime wants to survive onto this tournament, this is going to be a do or die situation for them. They are just heading onto the land of Dawn slowly but surely. And looks like one of the members from the side of Team Fusion Prime, they might be having some technical difficulties, but because I'm still seeing the carry on to a 0%, but okay, he is back onto the game apparently. And yep, this is going to be the match number three, game number two. So here we go onto the land of dawn.
Yep, both the teams have decided to start from the whole lane side. Quite interesting. And Yujan is there. He is in the bush, trying maybe quite a little network problem, but so far, Bashia is okay. Matilda there providing the vision alongside Tigreal. Tigreal actually, I think, he spotted Matilda, so he was there just for her. And Fredrin, both of them will be farming their way up, and hopefully we'll
Oh,
get to see some. Oh, look at the passive of Yuzhong onto the Edit, and Edit with her low HP. She will be retreating. She will be safe for now, since it's the early game.
yep, early game aggression is definitely there. And looks like Tigreal is secure. Still, it will be the carry, taking that gold grab and onto the goal lane, taking the gold grab as a neutral objective kind of a thing. And Baxia is getting quite
Okay, the
poked out.
Baxia.
Okay, he will be able to.
I mean, going
Oh,
in there alone,
oh,
and oh, Yuzhong. Oh, Yuzhong goes in, but Xavier takes the first blood so far. Lunox in the bad position, but Matilda, she had her dash, and Lunox, she was not able to press it on time, and that's why she got taken out as well. That is a 2-4-0 trade, an early game lead that is starting so far. But carry on to the
oh,
will
Beatrix,
Matilda be able to take
Beatrix.
it? Oh, look at that HP! Such a small amount of HP, and she will be succeeding in retreating so far.
Yep, and okay, the turtle has already been spawned, and Team Fusion Prime are definitely not having a good time.
Oh, that is a Black Dragon form, and the power of order getting used up by Lunox to get away from that passive for Yuzhong because her health was very low, but quite not there yet. The team fight not having much of a casualty, but Matilda is there in the bush trying to provide the vision. No follow up so far. That is the
Oh,
circling eagle, and she will be getting out. With the help of that, I think the turtle will be falling in the hands of final equilibrium without any contest at all.
yup, and Fusion Prime, they just lost their objective as well as the turtle. So this is not a good sign for them. And if they are like, if they still want to pull it off, then Gold Lane will be the one. Like Gold Laner will be having that kind of a pressure. Because if the jungler is not able to get his objective, the Gold Laner is the one who is supposed to carry the game. And looks like the Primal Wrath has already come up from that. Edith Yuzong is quite low. He will be able to escape somehow, and he is able to save his life. You know, looking at the previous game, the draft is quite similar for the side of Team Final Equilibrium, and they are able to work it out quite well too. So that kind of, the draft was also quite similar, but still Fusion Prime, they are not able to capitalize it game. That is one thing they should be avoiding. Carry should be okay. She will be able to retreat, but she will be losing a lot of gold from that gold tower. Oh,
Yeah. Oh,
oh,
the picture was never Tigreal that taking Carrie out of off guard, like she was caught off guard, but they were not able to take her out because of the lack of follow up, and Matilda was there to save Carrie, so that is quite a good sign for Team Fusion Prime not losing their MMs since they really need that Carrie to farm up so that she can start dealing the damage. But the Dawning Light from Xavier just providing the vision so far. So far so good, no casualties.
yep. Okay,
Oh,
Monito on this
that
time
was
will be taken down. Carry
yep.
kill finally. So she will be able to land some hits onto the gold tower as well. So it will be giving her quite an advantage onto the gold lead. But timeline able to get a kill onto that Xavier as well. So it might be Team Fusion Prime this time able to contest a turtle as well as take it. Fredrin is still there for that follow up. The Primal Wrath coming off from that Edith as well as the implosion play from that Tigreal.
Yeah, and Linux get the last hit, and Hero will be getting down, but okay, there's still a chase. Still a chase. Matilda with a suckling on to the Fredrin, and Fredrin gets taken down by Lunox right there. A point of comeback for Fusion Prime. They are starting to have the comeback, but while all that is happening, Yuzhong takes the advantage and destroys the bot lane tower. Quite a nice trade, if you ask me.
Indeed. Oh
Oh,
my god. This time timeline. So overextension is definitely going to be costing him his life. And looks like the top tower will still be secured from the side of the final equilibrium. If Fusion Prime are able to keep up with the momentum, then definitely they might be forcing out a game number three. But if they fall off like this, it will not give them quite an advantage. The circling eagle was actually being forced out by the Matilda, and Tigreal is yet to use his implosion. And yeah, he is like yet to make those plays. And they are playing it out quite safe as well, knowing that if one of the teams loses one or two members, so immediately they will be throwing out that goal lead they have for their side.
yeah, Matilda is doing quite a good job in providing the vision that they need. But okay, Dawning Light from Xavier. Just for the Yuzhong
Oh,
onto the Matilda. Matilda will she escape? Yep, she escapes with the help of the flask as well. And did you see the life steal from Yuzhong? He was not afraid to jump in. Matilda almost got taken out actually, but Carrie quite difficult. On the other hand, she was about
oh, implosion play
to
right
right
onto
there, but
point. Oh my
oh,
god.
look at that! She almost escaped, but she will be going down in the hands of Beatrice with Tigreal as her support right there, and the turtle going into the hands of Final Equilibrium. Will there be a contest, or will Baxia take it? That there is. Oh, look at the
Oh,
zoning, but Fredrin takes the turtle right there, and oh, look at that. Yulong in a getting Okay, you're just getting taken out by Lunox right there. Lunox, she is dealing the damage. She is doing the
You know,
damage
I
and she is taking
yeah,
out her enemy right there.
I actually want to look at the build actually because Lunox has already got the Sky Pierce, and yeah,
Yeah.
if she is able to stack it up, then definitely Lunox will be able to dish out a, as well as Team Final Equilibrium. They have the tanky kind of a composition, and Lunox is actually working out on this lineup. So the hyper carry kind of a thing is actually being done out by Timeline this time onto this game. So they are able to keep up with it. Then Team Fusion Prime, they might be forcing out a game number three, able to get a
Oh,
kill onto Moniton. So yeah, Timeline is definitely pulling it off onto this game.
yeah. Picking up the Lunox was the greatest ever decision. But Matilda is there with a second eagle, but since Tigger is inside the turret, they won't be taking the risk of, throwing the game out there. They already have some lead. They have the map control now. They're starting to gain the map control slowly but surely, and they do not want to throw all of them out by overextending the game right now so far.
I do agree, and looks like the Lord is yet to be spawning. And Fusion Prime, they have got their gold lead back, but still they don't have the one tower advantage. So they should be focusing on to pushing more towers as well. They have the carry for their side, so they will be able to do it onto the late phases of the game. But another team fight might be coming up. Tigreal is getting quite ganked up, but still they have
Yeah,
decided to
that's looking
disengage.
eagle from Matilda, but again, same situation, not
Oh,
doing the overextension, but look at the flicker wrath from Edith, and oh, she gets taken down by Beatrice there, and Carrie, she will be at the back, and she'll be taking the damage, and Lunox right there as well with her power of order, chasing the enemies away. Matilda going and still on the chase, and oh, that was quite unexpected. Okay, and the dawning light from Xavier takes Matilda out. Her circling eagle, she was onto the Fredrin, but she decided to go for the Xavier, and that was one mistake that she did. She went there alone, and the damage from Xavier has already started to get the damage, so she was taken out right there. But quite a good trade. They have taken the Lord, and they are getting the towers as well.
yep, and yeah, the tower advantage is equal right now. So Fusion Prime as well as Team Final Equilibrium have like spawning from the top, and looks like Team Final Equilibrium will be able to take down that Lord unless opening kind of a play comes up from the side of Team Fusion Prime. They won't be starting any team fights knowing of the consequences. Yuzhong, oh my god, he was almost get taken down. He is able to escape with that Black Dragon form, but the implosion play coming up.
Yep, Matilda with her second eagle, but she was quite late and they were not able to do anything. But the escape from Tigreal, that was quite applaudable. He did whatever he could and he managed to get away. Look at the speedy light
Oh my
wheel from
god.
Carrie, the damage taking Money Tune out of there. Tigreal, he does not have his implosion, so he'll be going down in the hands of Carrie. Will Fredrin go down as well? But no, okay. That is a 2 for 0. Oh, still the chase is going on. And Lunox, she gets Fredrin right out of there as well,
Oh
and a
my
double kill
god.
for her with her power of chaos right there. Yuzhong will be the only one defending, as he will be the one recalling safely.
Fusion Prime are actually fighting back onto this team. So yeah, Lunox timeline is definitely the hyper carry to get it away onto the bot side. So yeah, they have the two tower advantage this time. And the Lord is about to be spawning onto the next minute. If they are able to keep up with it, it would be good for them. But the team fight once again coming up.
Yep.
Oh,
So Yuzhong getting using his Black Dragon form, and Edith, she will be saved by Matilda, but there is still a chase. Lunox, she gets away with her power of order, and look at the HP of Edith right there. She is so low, but Matilda is there helping her, and she has the shield so that she does not go down. So far, and the Lord will be spawning in 15 seconds, and will I do hope a Lord uh
Lord contest, as this Lord is pretty much needed for both the teams to, get the control over the game.
I do agree. And for the side of Team Final Liquid, objective right to take timeline down some. He is the one dishing lot of damage for the side of Team Fusion Prime, and the lot has already been started, and it might be an uncontested door. And look at that, they are able Matilda with the circling eagle play, and another team fight coming up.
Yep, definitely a chase, and Lunox will be taking down Tigreal first hand. Their tank is down, and the Lord will be marching in soon. But I think Tigreal will be on time to help his teammates, and so far they are trying to sync. They should be trying to sync their lanes. Bakshi on his way, but on the top lane, Matilda with Tatlina going after Yuzhong, and Yuzhong will he be getting out, or okay, he gets away with his black dragon form. The dawning light from Xavier quite not connecting, and the Benny's rage as well. But the Lord is still marching on, and the teams are ready
Oh,
for a team fight. Look at the implosion coming from Tyrell. That was quite on point, and that's it. Edith gets taken down. Lunas will be escaping so far. Quite the unexpected distraction, and the implosion from Tigreal, that was quite on point. I think he got like three people and a little bit late on the follow up, but they still managed to defend their inhibitor, which is quite important for them.
I do agree, and somehow they are able to defend it, at least for now. So Tigreal is trying to make a play for the side of Team of Final Equilibrium in order as well as get the momentum back onto the game. But another team
Oh, look
fight
at
comes.
the speedy light wheel. Speedy light wheel from Carrie, and she will be taking Tyrell right down as well. The suckling from Matilda, but not going on to any one of them. And Benny's rage from Beatrice seems quite useless for now, as it's not connecting and it's not dealing the damage that's needed. But Fredrin on to protecting that inhibitor, and Lunox, she will be using out her power of order to escape. And yep, so far, oh,
Oh,
look at
Tigreal.
the look at the Edith. She will be jumping in, but yep, taking Monitun out right again with her, and the follower from Yuzhong and Fredrin right there. Look at Yuzhong's HP, but he will be going back with that slither of HP left with him. And so far, they are doing a pretty good job at defending all three of their inhibitors, because losing one of them means that your lane pressure will increase, and you don't want that to happen.
I highly agree. And looks like the Lord will be spawning onto the 20 seconds. I guess it might be another team final equilibrium decide to contest it, but it is going to be a dicey situation, like a double X SWAT kind of a situation for them. Because if they end up losing their members there, then it will be a GG game over for their side. So the Lord will be spawning now, and Team Fusion Prime are on a better position to be contesting this time. And looks like they have decided to start, like they have already started with the Lord as well, and Tigreal as well as the Fredrin trying to make a follow up. The circling eagle in order to get some visions, and she will be able to do so. But Yu Zhong with a follow up onto the backside, the brilliance was also used out by the Lunox. And okay, they have decided to reset the Lord, the dire of the situation, but the team fight coming up.
Yep, and that is triggered onto the hands of Lunox yet again. Yuzhong, he was about to escape, but he gets taken down, and Kerry will be taking out Fredrin as well. A 1 for 3 trade, and the Lord will be in the hands
Yup,
of
they
team.
got. I do agree.
Yep,
They got
final
the three.
equilibrium. And okay.
They got the Lord as well as three trades for their side of Team Fusion Prime. So they only lost one of their members, that is the Edith. And they will be able to have some advantage. The Lord is like marching from the mid side, and if they are able to get those trades, then they. So it will be deciding factor will be this team fight.
Yep, the Saklinger from Matilda, but they are focusing on the base right now, and they are okay. And with that, the Crystal has been taken down. As we saw here, team final Fusion Prime, they were focusing on getting the base out as soon as possible, and with the final equilibrium getting on cooldown, I mean they arrived quite late, so it was kind of a play for the timing there as well, which gave them their victory this time.
I do agree, and that Lunox pick actually quite worked out for this. It was able to melt down Predator, so definitely they got the main objective, and they got game number two, forcing out a game number three, which will be the decider, and the carry will be the MVP for this game. We will be back with game number three as soon as possible, so stay tuned and don't go anywhere.
Feel the embrace of the celestial twilight. May the celestials guide us to triumph. I will guide us to victory. The heavens move at my whim. Your end has been foretold.
Game number time. This time onto the red, taking up team final equilibrium onto the blue. So Team Fusion Prime, they fought up, like they actually fought and they forced out a game number three. This is going to be a do or die for both of the teams. So I'm quite hyped up about this match. I'll be honest, I was quite excited to see this match.
Okay, I think Itami he got cut off a bit, and I am your caster Zuo, and I will be with you in this match. And while we wait for Itami to join in again, we take let's take a look at the draft of both the teams that we have so far, and we are seeing a Matilda ban, again an Irithel ban. This time, Team Fusion Prime they have decided to ban both Yuzhong and Fredrin.
Yup, and okay. Like, I'm audible? Yeah,
Yep.
okay. I'm audible. So, yeah, I was having some technical difficulties, but I'm back. And okay, gold lane bans actually, like gold lane bans are coming up. The Irithel as well as the Granger from the side of team final equilibrium, and the team for the side of Team Fusion Prime looks like they want to respect their opponents this time. They have decided to ban out the Fredrin as well as the Yuzhong. We did see final equilibrium prioritizing these two heroes onto the previous game, and this time they have decided to ban out the Xavier one as well. So three of the heroes that were picked out onto the previous two games this time getting banned out from their side. Fusion Prime immediately locking in the Fanny, and the Fanny was open for their side this time. And maybe this might be the opening for the side of Team Fusion Prime if Team Final Equilibrium has a wider hero pool than the Fredrin as well as the Yurong and the Xavier, then they will be like able to work out onto this game quite comfortably, or maybe not. We are yet to see those actions coming up. So okay, this time the draft will be really different compared to the previous two games they were.
Yep. Okay, CC getting picked up. She deals damage based off HP, so going against Gatot should be quite an easy task for her. And Money Toon on the Harriet. So I believe it will be a gold lane Harriet. And okay, Suyu was also open, so they have decided to go for the Suyu this time. Both the teams have shown their jungler, and it's looking quite interesting.
I do agree. And okay, this time, a lot of meta heroes are actually open. Both of the teams, they got strong junglers for their side, the Fanny as well as the Suyo. Both of these are, the trending junglers onto this patch. So there will be quite an action from both of the sides. And the Gatotkacha is a flex pick here. And this time, Team Fusion Prime, they have decided to, go out for the carry once again. It actually worked out onto the previous game for them. So once again, they are going out with the carry against the Harith. So Carrie actually might be having some hard time against that Harith, but still laning wise, if she gets some help, then she will be just fine, in my opinion.
Yeah, and we saw a Kufra getting banned not to get in the way of the Fanny, but Franco is still open, and with his suppress, Kaja might also work this time because any suppress skill is enough to stop that Fanny coming into your way, and that Sicilian will also be getting banned out. But Zuxin is still open. Will they go for her, or will it not be suitable for their team comp? Okay, a Tigreal, another Tigreal ban coming in. Quite, yeah. Last game, the implosion was causing them quite the problem. So I think getting him out of the way is also a good idea for them.
I do agree. And, four of those heroes from the side of Team Fusion Prime that is banned was picked out from the side of Team Final Equilibrium onto the previous game. So they are target banning this time. So it might leave out Team Final Equilibrium with no comfort heroes for their side. Instead, they will be relying onto the meta. But if they are not comfortable with the hero, then it will be a win-win situation for the side of Team Fusion Prime too. But if Team Final Equilibrium with this lineup, if they are able to pick it off and get the advantage, then they might be able to beat Fusion Prime as well. But the final, like the mid lane pick coming up from the side of FSNP, it is going to be the Eve. So Eve will be having a lot of crowd control with those pokes as well as the real world manipulation plays coming up.
Yep, and we see a Louis on the game, on the play right there, and a Franco. That is quite a good pick given that Fenny is there, and with his hook, he can probably get onto the Eve if his hook is quite on point. Ooh, a Kaja! Will Kaja get locked down or. But whenever I see a Louis, I have high expectations that I want to see a good diversion play coming from her. But she needs front line so that she can deal the damage needed from behind. And we do see a Kaja getting locked down, and both the teams have one hero each to suppress. And if Kaja flickers in and suppresses you and gets out, it's kind of a game over for you here.
Would like to add up one more thing. The Franco pick from the side of Team Final Equilibrium. His name is Deadhook, so I guess he is a good, he is quite a good of a hooker. So he might be Deadhook for that, or maybe his hooks won't be connecting. It won't. It will be connecting to Natalia's anyways. We are going on to the final game, and this is going to be the match number three, game number three. We still have one more match after this, but it is going to be the decider for this series. Fusion Prime onto the red side, taking up the final equilibrium onto the blue side, the decider game, and here we go onto the land of Dawn.
Yep, both the teams will be starting from the side of XP this time, and both of them are getting the help from their teammates. all of them together working quite well and carry against Harriet. Katot is already in the lane, but CC is still there helping. But I don't think there would be much of XP lost right there. And Kaja there near Suyu providing the vision. But will we see? Okay, no, we won't see any team fight as of now since it's the early phases of the game and you might want to take everything quite low as of now. Oh, is there an invade? Are we gonna see an invade?
Oh,
Fanny will be flying in and the blue buff. But blue buff will be on to the Suyu. That was quite a quick thinking from Suyu. Both of them used their retry and the retry battle was won by Suyu this time.
that was actually a good invade, but still, yeah, Suyo won the retry battle somehow.
Mhm.
So he was able to save his blue buff for now. And looks like Team Fusion Prime, they will be trying to play as aggressive as possible because they have the Fanny for their side. And early game wise, they have the advantage too, thanks to the Fanny. And if they make full use of it, it will be better for them. Franco just missed a hooking up onto that Natalia. And okay, the turtle is yet to be spawning and looks like both of the teams they will be contesting the title for now. The first blood is yet to be drawn, but Gacha looking quite low.
But he will be going out again. Fenny onto the
Oh,
Suyu, and with that cutthroat, he gets the first blood on his hands. And right timing onto that turtle spawning in as well. Franco missing another hook right there, just by a little bit. But if he had caught the Fanny, then it would have been of a a good trade. But it won't be happening for now. And Fanny onto the
oh,
blue ball. Okay, the AOG onto the CC, but not quite connecting. And will we see a turtle contest for
contest.
turtle? Okay, CC will be on her way inside. Okay, real one manipulation getting casted in by Yves, and that was the Fanny winning the retry battle this time onto that turtle, and Loi will be taking Gatot right down with her yin and yang combo, and she will be getting
Oh
down.
my god.
Penny and Sui will be taking Penny right down. A chain trade. One, you take one down, I take the one who took you down. A continuous taking down. That was quite a good trade from both the teams' side. But the turtle was won, so there's still a little gap of the gold, but not quite big enough to make a difference.
I do agree. And Carrie should be aware of her positioning because the Franco is still there. And okay, they got the blue, like they got the gold crab instead. And Carrie was able to save her life at least for now. Franco's hooks are actually not coming up at least up to the point, at least for the like at least for now onto the game. And if Franco, Franco is like a double-edged sword. If he is able to land up those hooks onto the game, he will be the game changer for his side. But if he is not able to, then he is literally quite useless because in the name of crowd control, it's only the hook as well as the bloody hunt from him. And if he is not able to do it, it won't be giving his team the advantage that it needs.
Yep. And we do see a little skirmish onto the top lane, but not quite big one. Oh, Fenny onto the CC, but CC, she will be. Oh, look at the hook. The hook got connected this time. But because of CC's ult, Eve was stopped midway. Oh, Suyu onto that Eve. And Kaja, Eve, she will be casting a real one manipulation. And Suyu
Oh,
great danger going inside that turret, and he will be getting taken down. And the AOG from gutter to right there, the taunt is there, and oh, another hook miss getting in, but Harith will be going in just one more hit. Oh, get Zaman Force getting taken out, and he will be taking gutter out as well. The CC going back with that slither of HP. Carrie is there, but will she go after her? No. Loi onto that diversion play on the back line. Maybe waiting for Carrie to get up. Carrie is in the bush onto that Loi, and she gets taken down with her speedy lad with the hook getting connected right now. But
oh,
look, the flicker, she escaped with her flicker, but Harriet is onto
nah.
that Carrie and with his Aman. First, he gets her out as well. Fanny, she will be escaping quite there as well. A quick thinking, but Franco missing that hook again will gets taken down by Eve as the last hit.
Yep, and the Fanny is still alive to be contesting for that turtle. The divine judgment coming up from that Kaja. In order to take down that Harith, Harith was able to sustain it somehow, but still, it was three people onto him, able to get him down. And the turtle is yet to be contested, but still, I do think Fusion Prime will be the one contesting the turtle right now. But still, Gatot Kacha is getting some, pokes around his side, but it won't be enough to actually take him down. And Gatotkacha as well as Timeline, they are, trying to play it out quite safe, waiting for that Fanny in order to contest for that turtle. And Fanny, she is like trying to get as safe position as he could. The Avatar of the Guardian coming up, and the Gatotkacha will be taken down onto the process. Louis will be the one getting the kill, and Fanny will be forced to retreat because she was quite low on HP. And looks like Team Final Equilibrium will be the one contesting as well as getting the turtle for their side. Suyo is still there and he will be forced to retreat and the retribution play coming up, but Suyo will be falling down. He got the turtle, but he lost his life right there. A 2 for 0. They got the turtle, but they lost it immediately. So an advantage for the side of Team Fusion Prime.
That was quite a good turtle steal, but Fuyo has. I mean, he was in a 3v1 situation and his health was pretty low. So, but taking the turtle, I think, narrowed the gold difference that could have been quite high. And I think for him, it's quite a good deal. And Harith, while being on the top lane, onto that carry, Kaja is the carry. She almost took Harith out, but Harith will be escaping as Franco is there for the support. And the
Okay.
top tier turret, however, okay,
Yep.
with the little HP, it's still standing.
And looking at the itemizations, actually, it's Carrie with quite an advantage, at least for now, because she is the one who got the two core items, and Franco was not able to land that hook. The diversion play coming up from that Luo E and timeline, I guess he got the vision he wanted. The diversion play won't be paying it off, at least for now. And Team Fusion Prime, they are playing it out quite safe, aware of the consequences that they can even get taken down if they overextend onto a team fight. So yeah, they are playing it out quite safe, at least for now. And okay, the Divine Judgment as well as the Flicker coming up onto that Harriet, a really good follow up from the side of Team Fusion Prime. They were able to get a kill, and this Kaja pick is working out for their side, and that Harriet will be taken down on the process. Gatotkacha is trying to land some taunts. The Avatar of the Guardian was forced out by that Gatotkacha in order to escape a 1 for 0 trade, but still, it is an advantage for the side of Team Fusion Prime.
Yeah, that was quite a great Flicker Divine Judgment combo coming from Kaja, but oh, that hook missed by a little yet again. You know that Loi with her diversion, she is coming from behind and Harriet is there and Carrie takes down Franco right there as well onto the CC and CC will be the one getting taken down. Fenny onto that Suyu, but Suyu will he and
Oh,
that's a triple kill for Kerry right there at the right time. The flicker ult combo yet again chasing after the Suyu and Loi and Harriet will be forced to back down and defend their turret while team final equilibrium
yep,
yep.
and okay, Fusion Prime just got the lot for their side, so it is a win-win situation for them actually, and they were able to win it out onto the team fights as well. They actually have a 4K goal lead for their side, and if they are able to keep up with it, it'll be a good sign for them. The Divine Judgment once again being used out by that Kaja, and Carry is able to dish out a lot of damage, but still CC will be able to
Oh,
score really
the
good.
AOG.
Avatar of the Guardian play coming out from that Gatotkacha, connecting onto two people, and that is going to be a third member from the side of Team Final Equilibrium going down. A triple kill for that Gatotkacha, and that was the playmaker play for the side of Team Fusion Prime just now. Harith will be the one getting taken down as well. A 4 for 0 for their side, and Fusion Prime are currently dominating the game. Overlord might be taken down as well, and Info and Timeline able to get a kill. It was a complete wipeout, and Team Fusion Prime are dominating the game as of the moment.
Yep, you know the AOG, the positioning was really good because CC she escaped with almost no HP and that AOG that took her out, and Franco was also taken down in that process as well. But CC she will be
Oh,
taken down by Gatot right there as well. 3v1 situation, even though there's four of them, and Gatot he has less two less HP and he will be recalling so far alongside Fanny, and the Lord, however, won't be taking the inhibitor down, but that was quite a bit of a lane pressure that he made before he got taken down there.
indeed. And yeah, it only remains the inhibitors for the side of Team Final Equilibrium. So defending it, it is going to be really, really tough. And if Fusion Prime doesn't come up with a misplay, it will be, it looks like a game secured for their side. The Lord is yet to be spawning onto the next minute. So it would be better for the side of Team Fusion Prime as well if they don't take a team fight, at least for now, because overextending might end up losing out their members. And if that happens, then it will be game changer kind of a situation. Kaja coming up with a concealed play, he might be able to use the divine judgment, but the flicker won't be connecting the divine judgment this time. Will be connecting the avatar of the guardian was also there. Franco will be taken down, and Fanny will be able to escape the sustain coming up from that Gatot Kacha, the double for that Fanny, but the shutdown onto that Gatot Kacha. A 2-for-1 trade. Suyo is trying to do out that follow up as well, and the Lord is about to be spawning. Fusion Prime still has four of their members, so they will be retreating, and I guess it would be better for them to go out for the Lord instead of contesting for more team fights.
Yeah, but
Oh,
even
Louis,
Louis
Louis,
is
Louis.
there with her diversion, and she almost took Carrie out, but Carrie, oh, and Fanny, she gets Louis out of the way for doing the diversion, and Suri
Oh
was
my
taking, oh,
God.
look at the hook from Franco, but no one to deal the damage right there, and Franco will be getting down in the hands of Carrie, but Kaja's divine judgment, it took the Harith, but no follow up as they were busy taking the Franco down. A 2-for-1 trade, and I think with this, the Lord will be falling easily in the hands of Fusion Prime unless there is a contest for it. And I think Suyu is planning on contesting it. That's the real world manipulation, and the AOG onto that. And Suyu, he will be getting, okay, that was a CC getting taken down by Gatot right there alone. Harriet getting taunted, and Louis onto the rescue of Harriet. And the Lord has been taken down while all that was happening.
Okay, Fusion Prime were able to take down that Lord, and they need to do right now is proper lane sync and end the game as soon as possible. Because if it overextends, then maybe Final Equilibrium might come up with a comeback. But still, the goal lead is really favorable for the side of Team Fusion Prime. They almost got a 7k goal lead, as well as the itemizations is favorable for their side, and they have the tower advantage too. So they are able to, if Kaja is able to do a really good conceal play as well as the divine judgment. Let's connect this time. Fanny, okay, she was getting quite melted by that yo-yo blitz, but she will be able to escape at least for now. Onto the top side, we might be seeing a team fight coming up anytime soon. The inhibitor tower has been taken down. The avatar of the guardian connecting onto Luoyi, but there is no proper follow-up from the side of Team Fusion Prime. In order to take down that Luoyi, they will be able to get two towers at least. The base is wide open. They might be trying to end this game as soon as possible. The dual manipulation was also used out by that Luoyi, and okay, they will be forcing to retreat. They don't have any minions in order to end the game, and looks like Suyo is coming up with another follow of the yo-yo blitz once again connecting on from that CC, but the damage dealer is not there. Fusion Prime are quite low, but there is no one to be actually taking them down. Team Final Equilibrium left with no towers for their side, and it will most probably be over onto the next lot fight coming up. So Team Fusion Prime, I don't think they will be taking another unusual team fights, and they will be waiting for the next Lord.
Yeah, I just realized Kaja, he has not died even once. The he is the tank and he is doing the job of a tank, and while maintaining all that he has
Oh,
maintained his own life, but it might
oh my
be
God.
sabotaged as Kaja will be on to Franco will be onto that Kaja and the AOG from the Gatot Kacha as well. A legendary for carry and all the vengeance gets popped out. The Zaman Force right there as well. Will they be able to escape? But no, Suyu will be getting taken down. All the immortality getting bought up right there just for this moment and onto that base and the crystal will be taken out. Fusion
You
Prime
know,
takes the victory this time.
a reverse sweep coming up from the side of Team Fusion Prime, and the recall taunts onto the end. That was a highlight kind of a moment coming up from the side of them. So congratulations for the side of Team Fusion Prime to be securing the top 16 as well as going on to the next round. Team Final Equilibrium, they did their best, but their best was not enough, and I guess the execution was quite of a gap. Fusion Prime, they actually decided to ban out the signature heroes for their side, and it actually worked out for them. And at the end of the day, they proved it that hero pool, if mastery should definitely be there. And even if you prioritize those meta heroes, if you are not comfortable with it, you will not be able to work them out properly. And that is what actually happened for the side of Team Final Equilibrium, and it became the reason for their downfall onto this series.
Yeah, Itami, as someone said, it's always mastery over meta in most of the cases. And in this one, by banning the Yuzhong and the Fredrin out, Fusion Prime, they did quite a great job in observing that. But it's because of their win in the second match that they were able to, reverse sweep them. Otherwise, it would have been quite one sided and it would have been a game over for them.
Yep, I do agree. And okay, the Kaja, I guess the carry will be the MVP for this game. And this series will be over for now. And we still have one more match to go. And we will be joined with another two teams. So till then, stay tuned. We will be back with another match and we are taking a short break. So don't go anywhere, guys. We will be back as soon as possible. Till then, me, Tami, as well as Devo will be signing off. So take care.
From the forge of creation, I am the bastion of order. A sentinel protects above all else. Jet punch! Prepare yourself! Not today, miscreant.
The eternal melody speaks to us in different ways.
the embrace of the celestial twilight. May the celestials guide us to triumph. I will guide us to victory. The heavens move at my whim. Your end has been foretold.
From the forge of creation, I am the bastion of order.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Moba 5v5 Winter Carnival. These are the top 32 knockouts, day 2, and this is the last match for the day. And this will be the best of 3 between Team Chaos Knights on the blue side and Team Impurity on the red side. And with you, joining you is me, Asuya, and with me, this none other than Debbie. So say hello, Debbie.
Woohoo! Yeah, hello. It's good to be here in this casting nest with Asaya because this is my first time with her as well as this tournament. So I'm looking forward to see how the teams are performing and how they are just gonna go play that mindset game.
Well, true, and I'm truly delighted to be with Debbie today because, of course, just like she mentioned, this is our first time together, and I
Yes.
feel really blessed to have you with me. And
Sure, me
and
too.
let's just move on to the band phase. And we do know Impurity is one of those teams, kind of famous teams, which have made a name for themselves. So this match is absolutely going to be really great. And with that, this is my first time watching the Team Chaos. Let's see what they have, what they can bring to the table.
Mhm. So they are actually gonna go for that Joy ban as well as the Fanny onto the other side, with Impurity taking out that Fanny because this is kind of a standard ban coming up from the side of Impurity because they do always take out that Fanny into the first phase of when they are onto the red or the blue because it's gonna always be taken away. Maybe they do not play or they are having a hard time going against the Fanny, but onto the side of Chaos Knight, they are actually going for the Juicing as well. Very, very reliable early game mates on so good against frontliners, especially the tanks. So very understandable for them. So maybe they could go for the Suyo if they do not ban it themselves.
True, a lot of options are open for them, and of course, all of these bands do make sense, just like you mentioned, like Joy as well as the Fanny being two of the meta picks right now. Fanny did get some nerf, but then she can go for the sustain build and can be a nightmare for the backliners. And of course, Lucas, with that immense survivability, especially towards the late game, can tank up a lot of damage. So yeah, makes sense. But then again, Hayabusa also been banned out from the side of Team Chaos Knight. What do you think about this, Debbie?
Hayabusa being taken away, I feel like this is a pattern at this point because Hayabusa has always been under the banning phase. Even I mean, he got the damage, he got the bedline deadly potential. He can pick out the bedlines, even especially those mazes who have a very low mobility. So understandably so, it's always gonna be onto the batting phase if they do want those squishy long range hero that can go against that. that can literally be able to counter their marksmen as well. So Hayabusa being taken away, they are a space open for highly variable mazes and marksmen.
Well, yes, absolutely. And with that, the first pick in the hands of Chaos Knights right now, it can be anything. A lot of firepowers are open into the hands. I think a Granger might be a good pick, but then again, Harit is one of the core laners who has been rising up, but it will be Jenny going in for the Sicilian instead.
Oh, okay. They are just gonna stick to the old patterns. I mean, going for the Sicilians, just kind of go for that late game damage. They do want to have that late game potential going on for them, but picking up the Sicilian does have that disadvantage because Sicilian can be easily countered by some assassins that can go into the backlines. And maybe this is maybe the reason they go for the Hayabusa ban. So understandable here, but they do open out those possible goal laners that are so good. Like yeah, I can mention the Harris and the Granger.
And yes, and with that, Bakimars will be going in for the Granger and Juan
Oh.
going in for the Sayo. Two of the great meta picks right now in the roster, of course. And I think, just like you said, like when we have a Sicilian, we do aim for the late game. But one thing which I really love about this mage is the utility the Sanguine class provide. Because I think one Sanguine class can make the game or break the game. Because the amount of CC and the range it has, it can really turn the tables. But then Bakimars on that Granger is one another hero with a lot of range with the Death Sonata sniping people down. So both teams have their late game covered.
They have their late game cover, but onto the side of Chaos, they do need a very early game carry type of heroes. Whether it may be the marksman or the jungle, but the jungle is already going to be the link, which depend highly on the mid game. But onto the other side, it's Impurity picking out that Surya. They now have that early lead with the Grandra and the Surya being into the picture now. So it's a kind of a looking at the chaos side, it's actually they are going for a later games. They do want to hold on to that early game. They have to play passive, really passive. Just looking at the picks for now. But onto the side of Impurity Esports, they pick out the Khalid again. So this is a combination for early aggressions.
True, and especially they do have a link onto the ranks and the Matilda. Like she is a great utility. She opens up a lot of team compositions. You can go in for the dive in, you can go in for the hitbox, you can go in for the pickoffs because she's always there with the heals, with the shields, and of course the guiding wind, guiding people back home. But then the early game from the side of Team Chaos is not really good because Sicilian will scale towards the late game. Link is an assassin, needs some equipment, needs some snowball. Meanwhile, from the side of Team Impurity, Suyo is kind of aggressive in the early game. Same goes for the Khalid, dishing out a lot of damage, a lot of control and movement speed in the early game. So Link needs to be careful, or maybe the side of Team Chaos needs to pick up something which can counter the aggro which will be coming in from the side of Team Impurity.
Absolutely not right like that. But yeah, but they do have to do something about the frontliners. But it's actually them going to ban for the room. It's actually the Kufa. I mean, Kufa, if you are so in the farm, is gonna be so squishy, and there are such a low chance of possibility that your sets, your tyrant's rage or revenge can be countered easily. So well, they did ban out the Kufa just to have just to give that link an edge, but now they are actually lacking onto that tankier frontliners they need for themselves at this point.
Sure. And I really love the bands which are coming from the side of Team Impurity because they kind of denied the classic Hylas as well as the Matilda combo because Hylas is a flex which can soak up a lot of damage, especially with the revitalize and the movement speed he lacks is what Matilda can provide. So yeah, denying that combo. And at the same time, an alpha is open though, and alpha is kind of a best pick. Okay, against Suyo. So maybe go in for the EXP Alpha, although we don't see it much often. And of course, Harriet being the perfect counter for our Granger. So nice bans, but then again, what do you think, Debbie? Could they go in for an Irithel to counter out that Granger?
They do have the chance for that combination that the Matilda provides with the Irithel. So if they do play the Irithel, it will be amazing for them. It will be a game changer for them if they pick the Irithel because onto the side of Impurity, they did not go for the Irithel ban. They understand their heroes, and I feel like Bakimart has that edge into the goal lane because he's so dominant sometimes, always. And most of the time, you see on the marksman, other marksmen like the Beatrix is so dominant on it. There are chances that he will be available very early on with the Granger as well. So he's gonna do some moves that he needs. So in order to stop him from that, he have to be imprisoned in lane. And yep, they did pick out the Aerosol to go against him.
Well, yes, Cyril being the best, one of the best picks right here, but needs to be careful with that because they have four heroes which will scale up towards the mid and also the late game, and they're in need of a bouncing back for the team, and it will be a Kadot Kacha which will be fulfilling that role. Well, I think it is a great pick because he can drop down with the AOTG on to our Eve, and she can be kind of taunted away, providing some time, some resistance against the utility this mage provides. But the point is, will you be able to sustain the early game aggro? So be coming from the side of team impurity because in most of the cases, mostly it is like if you lose the early, it's really hard to get the comeback.
Absolutely, because with this kind of very, very expensive picks coming out from Chaos and there are the high equipment dependent heroes. They are gonna have to be a little bit careful and very very passive in how they approach this early game. But looking at the side of Impurity, they are so much of an aggressive style with the lead being picked away as well. And if they go for the throw again, yep, but they are gonna have to be very aggressive. And I think at this point, chaos, they have to be very careful in their position as well. And I feel like Irisel might have to be forced to purify, and if she doesn't go for the purify, then that show is gonna have a good chance of trying to wave the dragon him onto his team as well.
True, and I highly suggest like maybe the Sicilian should also go in for the Purify because Abyss will be marking down Sicilian as well as the Irrital quite often because especially Sicilian will be the bone of contention, especially towards the late game, and you really do not want to get caught off with those kicks. But then Jenny has just decided to go in for her flicker.
Mm,
Let's just see how it goes because they really needed something to stop the mobility which will be coming in from the link, and I think Joe is the evergreen best option in the mid lane. Sorry, in the roam for that.
yep, there's a pick of a heavy kind of hero that we have, and meanwhile Jenny is still on a new emblem that asks it just to be a little bit tankier, but we have to see how the execution come out from both of the teams.
Well, yes, that's why we're here. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Land of Dawn. This is the best of three between Team Chaos Knights versus Team Impurity. Both drafts looking really strong, but if you ask me, the early definitely is in the hands of Team Impurity. Let's just see if they're able to make use of the potential that they have. And with that, Debbie, I want to ask you, which draft do you prefer?
Possibly because of the early aggression and the presence, just because of the presence of the show as well. I would just go for the Impunity Esports because of that. But well, we have to see how the side of chaos just maneuver around this that picks that they have in order to see how they come out on top. But Mikey taken very very low in this ability, a very very aggressive on how he approached this.
Well, yes, and this is kind of the classic combo of Khalid as well as the Joe, two of the early game damage demons. But look at that, the flicker hasn't pushed out from Jenny. Impurity definitely making use of the early that they have. And with that, Team Chaos actually struggling to farm up. Look at the low HP onto that. And okay, Van actually
Oh,
manages to immune dash it away. Will he be able to escape as the rest of the team is following up behind? But the first blast taken away right there by the link. Super Imp going in for that kill. Really low HP, Matilda will be able to secure her life at this point, but that was not a good engage. Meanwhile, in the mid lane, I do see Sicilian in really, really low HP. Will he be taken out as the assault is there
oh.
from Super IMM? And Jenny will be taken down. Meanwhile, look at Bakimert taking so much damage onto the Irrital. Irrital versus Bakimert. Who will be the winning spot? The heal has been
Oh.
used up, but one skill is all it's needed, and Irrital will be going down.
Yep, absolutely chaotic of a team fight on all of the leaves, I would say, but that wasn't a zealousness coming out from Super Wen and Cecilia as well. But there's a one kill for the Ling, and I feel like they have to be a little bit careful now. The early aggression and the communication that they needed wasn't there at that point. They have to be synergized well. They do have that throw into the XP. Oh, that's a stun ability just diving in there. It's just going to start for the turtle super very in a good position right there. Yep, even the chaos are here, but Superman will be the one securing that turret onto that freely.
The Raging Sandstorm along with the RWM coming in, the Tempest of Blades not actually able used as a defensive maneuver right there, and one kill Jenny been taken down. Now it's in really low HP, the way of the dragon connecting, and the rest of the team also following up. Van will be taken the link down. Meanwhile, look at the damage coming in. Abyss actually manages to escape in a really low HP, and Super IMM as well as our three are going in for the skills. The Vengeance hasn't popped up. The AOTG dropping down along with the Sanguine class. It
Ooh,
might be a double kill secured, but it will be Van who will be going down. Meanwhile, the flicker used away by Super IMM, escaping in a meager 1 HP.
what a wise decision and the perfect timing for Hikamaru, like right there. He was just popping that AOZ on the perfect timing, and I mean, that was going so bad for Chaos, the team fight and the turtle losing right there, the neutral objective that they lose. But Super Van was in quite of a pickle right there, and he did fall down. And I feel like even though they have to take the turtle for that, it was worth it for the side of Chaos because they are not so behind compared to what we think. And the early aggression is always going to be there for the side of Impurity Esports, but it is a good response to the mid side.
The way of the dragon connecting right there, double kill secured by Superman. It was a beautiful team fight coming from them. Meanwhile, in the top lane, two of the gold laners once again onto the engage. And Bakimar trying to dish out some damage. It will be a killing spree for him. He is on the rampage right now. The team is right there for the support. Link trying to dish out some damage with his dashes. But will he be able to use it up as okay, the raging sandstorm coming in, the tempest of fate has been baited out. He will be able to escape, but at what cost?
Bakimar is all talking about dominance. He also dominating with a counterpart that is usually made for to counter him to counter the Granzer, but it's actually him having a good time just trying to go for the Irisel and yep onto the backside that's a stun. Okay, the
Okay,
guiding
the
wheel will
guiding
be
wing.
here. Oh,
The
okay.
revitalize hasn't popped out. They will be able to escape pretty successfully at last. Van has something else to say. The circling eagle coming in. The damage is there, but Green Potato will be taking down the AOTC dropping down, and Matilda will also be next on the chopping block. It might be Karutkasa with the vengeance. The flicker has been forced away. Meanwhile, Bakimart securing that one turret. Okay, and Van in a really low position may be confident with the immune dash he has onto his hand. The rest of the team always there for the follow up. And with that, impurity on a rampage right now, Debbie.
Yep, at this point, like it's domination onto the goal lane that gave them space. Actually, it's not the XP lane, but Bakimar in trouble here. Oh,
Will be taken down, and the reading sandstorm coming in along with the circling eagle. The rest of the team is right there for the follow up. It might be the sanguine class connecting, and the heal isn't enough. Super Iron trying to sustain. Just look at that. Three members. Okay, Flicker has also been used up. They're still chasing this Sandman as he sand walks it away. Oh my god, what was that? Meanwhile, Eve behind the scenes and one securing the turtle.
yep. I still I did not have anything to see right now, but what a good and wise decision coming out from the side of Chaos right there. They did have a reply for whatever plays that they were making. So this is a turnover for them. It was a good drag out of the events and yep, their understanding of their heroes as well. Chasing out the Khalid was a bad call on their part, but the real one manipulation was pop in order to save the teammate right there. So understandably so, they are losing the neutral objective of chasing one member, but they are grouping up as well. This is how they have to approach a team fight because they have to group up in order to know how they, in order to take down their response, the aggression coming out from the side of Impurity Sports.
I mean, true impurity definitely having the upper hand right now. And just like I said before, Khalid being the hero who can, make a huge impact in the early game because he does have a lot of heal. At the same time, Team Chaos is kind of losing it out. Did not have enough gold. They really need some anti heals and some more damage before they actually go in for those aggros. Maybe playing safe, playing together might be something which can save them. At the same time, I think, my stream is gone. So I
Yeah,
cannot see
same.
it. Okay.
That's a yeah, there's nothing for us to see for now. But yeah, those two teams are just doing quite well in what and how they are doing their stuff. Like very understandable as well. But
A sentinel
yeah, I think this
protects
team is
above all else.
talk about luck.
Checkmate.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we will be coming in when the stream comes back. So please wait it out for us.
Okay,
Damn,
I think where the stream also ended.
damn.
Damn. Oh wait, it's so hard to
Prepare
talk
yourself.
without that something
Not
on my screen.
today. Not here.
I was blind hitting.
Damn. Your casting is really nice.
No, your voice is nice, that soothing.
Thank you, thank you. What do we do now to
I always hear you talking, so I'm used to your voice actually.
damn? Somehow I mostly end up with ET and LCF games, so yeah.
Yeah, ET and LCF, they are your.
Half of it sometimes it's just like me taking them. More than half the times it's
Yeah,
just coincidence.
yeah. Like me on Peak, Peak to Planet, they are always there. I mean, whenever I cast, they're always there when I mean, some most of the time.
Damn.
Very funny actually.
Wait, wait. Are we?
The eternal melody speaks to us in
Are
different
we?
Oh,
What the?
never mind. Oh, okay, okay. Oh no.
Heck.
I think
I'm muting myself for now.
Feel the embrace of the celestial twilight. May the celestials guide us to triumph. I will guide us to victory. The heavens move at my whim. Your end has been foretold.
From the forge of creation, I am the bastion of order. A sentinel protects above all else. Jet punch!
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and here we are back again with the game 2. We had some technical issues for the first game, but the game was taken away from the side of Team Impurity. So right now the score is 1 on the hands of Team Impurity and 0 for the side of Team Chaos Knights. And with that, once again, this is me, Asaya, joined in by Debbie. So, hi there, Debbie.
Hello everyone. It's amazing to be back again. And now we have just finally stepped into the drafting phase again with a bit of disconnection into the first game. But now we are fit and fine. Now we are back. We have to see the bands coming out for both of the teams, and it's actually a respect band coming out for the side of Chaos, respecting Bakumat's grandeur.
I mean, true, and of course, he is, according to me, one of the best goal laners currently. Harith, as well as our
Oh,
Ranger. One wants to give them out. And with that, I think, they finally started respecting each other, maybe, because I do see a lot of standard bans which are not there in the previous game.
yep, they are just gonna go for the cereal and the joy band away. So that's a two on golden eye for the side of for the side of chaos because I feel like when you can play the thing you have to have the skills to play the cereal as well as the joy. So understandable. And they are the one taking out those two of the heroes as well as the Hilda. Even though with the nerf that hits her, it's actually so amazing to use a Hilda into that early stage of this game, just trying to disrupt the jungle most of the time. So it's very understandable to go for the heal that band as well as the hurry onto the other side. Like you said, Bakumat's so amazing, like such amazing goal laner onto that hurries as well as the Granger. So they are just gonna take it away into this round.
Well, true, he did an amazing job. I mean, literally a creature countering out their counters is something you don't
Yes.
see that often. And yes, with that impurity, first pick going in for the Luke is another nightmare pick right now because he has a lot of sustain, especially towards the late game, a lot of control onto his own hands. Meanwhile, he's even going in with a revitalized Debbie.
Yeah, it's the revitalizer. So that's another sustain that he's gonna have. But I would love to see if he goes for the run, but it basically was just gonna go with that XP lane Lucas right there. But yep, onto the other side we have seen the Juicing being completely left open and Chaos they are gonna capitalize on that and just pick up that Juicing very early on as well as the Hylos to provide that support, that tankiness, that front line that they needed. So I feel like the Halo still can be a flex. He can also be put into the XP as well as the roam, given the chances, given the choices. So there's a flexibility that they have to flex onto. But meanwhile, Super Vance is gonna go locked into that. Ling is gonna he's gonna have a good time going against Jason. So Jason has to be a little bit careful in how she position herself time and time again into that team fight because it's a Link who is always gonna go into the back lines and it's a Link that has that mobility as well as the canvas of the blade that can save him or make him aggressive as well.
I mean, true, like, it's been quite some time since I saw someone pick up a Ling, and I think Ling is a great option here because they do have a solution, and Jenny needs to be careful because Ling will make sure to mark her down. At the same time, they're already going in for a two. Maybe they really do not want any pick off composition from the side of Team Chaos because I think two is an evergreen flex pick right there, especially countering out all the assassin. The mobility can be disrupted by just one kick.
And that's a pick off and the disruption of the team fights and synergy that he can give onto the opponents. So very understandable to put into the room position as well, and it kind of also forces the Justin to go onto the purify. And if the Justin goes on the purify, the Link is gonna have a good time just diving onto him without the presence of the flicker as well. So this is a very decisive and understandable draw coming up on impurity as well, but that's one damage jungle onto the side of chaos as well, and it's gonna be the Hayabusa being picked away.
Hayabusa versus a Ling, two assassins in the jungle. I definitely think that it is the Ling who will be having the upper hand because he can just use Tempest to Blade to immune the Yui Shadow Kill if our Hayabusa goes in for it. And at the same time, Haya needs to, kind of be careful because you already have a two in the enemy and yet you're going in for an assassin which literally is countered by a two.
Yep. He can super he can just counter all the center kill before he even dive in with the quad setter as well. So understandable with the troll pick here. Because the troll do also just I guess a kind of a counter for the Ling when he ults after the ults as well. So it kind of a deny pick as well and it kind of worked for them into this composition again. So they are just gonna take out a very a high mobile hero that's like the Matilda which she can provide for the team with the guiding wind and can save them for an out from an outward position when they are faced into one. So the Matilda Hylas composer will not be there anymore.
I mean, true. And right now, if you look at the draft, the side of Team Impurity has a lot of control in their hands, a lot of CC. Meanwhile, the side of Team Chaos do have a Hyla, so can go in for the flex pick. But now it depends on how the rest of the picks will go because Sushin will not have a great time in this game, especially because she's not even going in with a Purify. She knows there is a Cho in the enemy, and yet you still have that Flicker. Same goes in the previous game. She was in the Flicker instead of the Purify, even on the Sicilian and was caught off guard quite a lot of times. And
Oh.
so the Hylos really needs to be, kind of a wall protecting the Zushin, or else she will be facing quite a very hard time while trying to dish out that damage she has.
So it's gonna be the Irizal that's gonna be taken away without the presence of the Granger as well. But yep, Irizal with the damage that she have with the heavy crossbow, and there are also even if you are on the marksman, there are a limited choices of spells, but not for the Irizal because you can also go for the sprint, the flicker, or even the sprint. So I think this highly mobile and highly high damage hero can also be in the banning phase because of the damage that she have, and maybe they do not want to face this kind of hero as well. So they do have the chance to pick out the XP or the roam onto the side of chaos.
Well, yes. And we could have even gone in for the Clade roam. Could have worked out pretty good in this game, especially because they do have a Ling in the opponent, and you can just go in with the aggro in the early and try to dissuade the farm, but maybe they just do not want to invade. And at the same time, they're going in for our Edith. Been sometimes as I've seen an Edith. And again, what is she planning to counter out? I'm kind of confused with this pick, Debbie.
Yeah, it's basically the primary red is also a damage dealing kind of ultimate, but most of the time they do pick out the idiot just to counter the alpha or just try to have a good time into the XP lane. But looking at the Lucas looking so tanky and with high damage as well, and if he's gonna go for the revitalize again, there's no chance for the idiot to outscale him into that lane, and maybe the Lucas will be having a good time just trying to out rotate the idiots. Well, onto the side of impurity, there goes the backing expressor. It's actually gonna be the Beatrix being picked away. But meanwhile, onto the side of Chaos, they do have the chance to pick out another marksman that can go head to head against the Beatrix.
I mean, true, and at the same time, Nico's queen going in for a Valentina, kind of weird bit because she does have the early game with her with a lot of dashes and mobility, and then she will be looking to take up that glorious pathway, but that's all maybe. And the primal rod and also the Wiki Shadow Kill might be useful, but let's just see. Maybe they're just looking in for the control in the early game because Green Potato picking up the Lela the late game security onto the hands, so Impurity needs to make sure that the game doesn't go a lot towards the late game because Lala definitely will be scaling off really lot.
Yep, it's actually also hard to keep the pace going for them to the early game because there's a Cho and there's a Ling. They are always gonna be onto the Layla, onto the goal, and I feel like the dominant side is actually onto the goal side, so they are gonna focus more onto the goal side, and really you do not want to see a fat Layla so as to take the game. So most of the time they are gonna focus onto the onto the Layla first of all, and yeah, the Link is well equipped for that with the presence of the Dread Dragon as well, and the Tempest of that is Layla's gonna have to be careful in her positioning and her decisions as well.
True, and with that, ladies and gentlemen, here we are on to the land of dawn, and this is the best of three between Team Impurity Esports and Team Chaos Knights. With Impurity 1 point onto the grab, this might even be the match point if they're able to just, be do the clean sweep. And with that, we already see Impurity Joe already on the aggro trying to provide some vision, but they need to be careful because there is a Zushin. Okay, Zushin really low HP. Forced to flicker
Oh.
away right under 30 seconds of the game.
Yeah, that was a high poke coming out from Super Imp as well. It was so unlikely because most of the time when you see a Jushin under the mid lane, it's actually her having a good time, just trying to poke out of the heroes as well, but onto the XP as well. It did having a hard time against a basically on the Lucas, but they're so tanky and with the sustain as well because of the presence of the revitalize again. But onto the top side, a Super Imp just retaining, just trying to give info for Bucky right here.
I mean, true, and I was hoping that Hylos goes in for the EXP. Meanwhile, Edith is the one on the roam because I don't think so. Edith can compete well against a Lucas, especially because he does have the revitalized 2 onto his grab. Meanwhile, I think this game will kind of be played towards the early game because both Hayabusa and Ling are two of the heroes who really need, especially Hayabusa needs a snowball onto the name. But look at the damage coming in from Super IMM, and might be Sushin on the very tight situation, but look at the stun coming in. Hayabusa also coming in. Super Iron forced to flicker it away, and with that, no one was taken down, but a lot of useful resources wasted. Okay, Lane going in for the Hayabusa. Look at the damage. Look at the stun coming in. The Ring of Punishment dishing out a lot of damage, and the Revitalize has been popped up. Look at the damage, the control, the okay, it's Superman being forced to use up the Tempest of Blade unless Wiki Shadow Kill coming in and the first blood will be taken away by the Hayabusa. Not a good time to go down because the turtle is right up.
Yep, what a good response coming out from the Hayabusa, which just diving in when he has the info that the Link doesn't have that ultimate just to survive just yet. And yep, the turtle will be on time right there. But Super Im just trying to keep reason for his team, not letting Chaos just start the turtle even, so they are the one prepping for it. But I feel like the Hayabusa was going for a wise decision, just trying to have the information that he surely needs. And Super Van might have been over jealous right there, just trying to overstay. Meanwhile, the other side did have four members coming out for help with the buff or for the Hayabusa. So this is kind of like they have to be careful. Maybe they have to be aggressive. But yeah, onto the side.
And look at the damage and the control coming in from all of them. And with that, I think Lucas in a really low HP will be taken down. And with that, just look at the damage coming in from the Primal Rod. The ultimate from Hylos has also been deployed, and Barkimard meanwhile taking a solo kill on to Lela right there, and with the rest of the team also following up with the damage. Yakimaru taking that double kill onto his name, but will be turned off. Will Superman, and with that, it is the Tempest of Blade, the Wiki Shadow kill coming in with a double kill or triple kill secure right there. Right onto the grab, might even go in for the Mania, but he doesn't know Jenny is right there onto the bush, and with that, it might be an easy turtle for the side of Team Impurity Esports. Meanwhile, look at the rest of the team trying to just zone away Jenny. Jenny will be taken down. Very, very bad positioning right there. Should have just recalled as soon as possible.
Yep, while there was a chaos happening onto the turtle side, it's actually Bakimar just soloing that Layla onto his own. And yeah, this dominant guy onto the golem is just so reliable. You don't need to help him. You have to take the neutral objective and he will be fine on his own. But there's a red buff, there's a trouble.
Yes, they are competing for the orange buff right there. Look at the damage coming in from Lala. Not enough at this point though, but look like Cho is in a tight situation, getting stunned left and right, and getting CC'd by the Zushin, the bombardment coming in along with the Wave of Dragon, and it will be high loss, who will be traded off. Meanwhile, Jenny trying to use up her ult will be taken down next on the chopping block. And with that, look at Lucas trying to just dissuade the buff for the purple buff right there will be taken by Hayabusa, though, but the rest of the team trying to follow it up. And here we have the Primal Wrath along with the Revitalized Wind popped up right there. The Wiki Shadow kill coming in clutch, but it will not be enough to escape as it will be a kill secured by Team Impurity, and needed might next be on the chopping block as two people are right behind him, and a double kill secured by Valentina right there.
That was a good and a very aggressive approach coming off. Oh, that's Bakimar dealing a lot of damage onto green potato. Oh, we have to be careful though. Oh, yep,
Okay, I
they're gonna
heard
be
that Lala
taken
wouldn't
now.
be able to escape. She manages to go away, Debbie. But I think Jenny
Yeah.
might be next in a very class situation right there, trying to defend, but they will just be disengaging.
Yep, at this point, I feel like the side of the chaos doesn't have that juicy. Oh, there's a kick on too.
It was a really beautiful kill, but look at the ultimate just used up to escape. Meanwhile, the Tempest Blade kind of wasted away as it will be the Valentina grabbing that kill. The Earth's pathway has been deployed. Same goes from the side of Valentina, and with that, Lala trying to shout some damage, but at finally Impurity will be just moving away. Meanwhile, Bakimert, that kill, the way he tried that damage, he just went towards the bush, dished out so much damage. Meanwhile, Neko Queen just soloing it out. The flicker hasn't forced away. Eat it all alone in the mid lane. Might be taken down right there. The primal rod has been used up. Trying to shove some damage. The revitalizes is right there. Look at the Chow with the Wheel of Dragon connecting right on the Zushin. Will be taken down by Epis. And it will be Super IMM traded off.
That was a price they are really, really willing to take because they do have the chance for the turn now because Jenny wasn't present there and Hayabusa is still under farm compared to the Link, and the Link's gonna secure another turn for his own again, and the blue buff will be in jeopardy here again, and Biscuit is just diving in.
They just don't want to, they do have the aggro and they're using best use of the potential. And man, taking down Hynos as if he's nothing, the most tankiest of all, going down like he is tofu. Meanwhile, look at Super Iron might go in for Lela and the Wheel Dragon connecting onto the wrong place. But I think Bakimart will be able to follow up as Lela will be taken down. She's not having the best time of her life right now.
Yep, absolutely. This is what you have when you pick out the Layla when they have the Link as well as the Cho. They pick up potential kind, and even when they have the edges onto the XP side, he will not be able to sustain that much of a damage coming out from the DPS that is Bakimar. And even though the Layla just did buy that the another sustain thing for himself, it's not gonna be worth it for them because even there, even if he kicks that, he's gonna surely fall onto the hands of someone that have a lot of damage.
Just look at the bombardment coming in from Hylos. The Blur's path has been deployed. Meanwhile, Van and Bakimard on the rampage right now as they will be taking those kills left and right. A triple secured by Van right now, and with that, only Hayabusa, the one remaining, I don't think so that he will be able to defend much. And with that, it will be the turrets being taken down, tier 2 from the mid. Same goes for the top lane, and might even lose out the tier 2 from the bot lane. And Hayabusa just trying to clear it up, playing with the
Yeah.
shadows. The sniper not actually connecting. Hylos going in, running. But I think they need to play it safe because just look at the goal lead they have, Debbie.
Yeah, there is no much they can do with the goalie, but just for him just being such a nuisance, just diving and popping up the resources as well. But yeah, he's gonna be a pickle right there, it's taken very low.
Team bombardment coming in. People being taken down left and right. Double kill secured by one right. I mean, while behind the scenes, just look at Bakimber taking that kill. And just look at Van just diving in so deep, taking that triple kill. And will just be recalling. They do not care at this point. The core lead is enough. The 23 for 5 to be.
Yeah, 23 for 5, and there's no coming back from there. Even the win conditions are just trying to farm up this Layla as much as possible. But even then, they need so much time, at least a Lord or one or two kills onto this Bakimar because the Bakimar is doing so much damage compared to Green Potato. He hasn't been able to pop up as many damage as he wants, and the Layla being the last pick as well. I feel like they have to be a little bit careful in how they're drafting as well because going with Layla against Beatrix is kind of like it's so uncalled for. They are just playing with fire at this point, and they are taking the barn now because seeing the Beatrix and the presence of the Cho alongside her, it's just dealing a lot of damage. That there's a kick onto the Hylos again.
The way of the dragon along the revitalize on the glorious pathway has been deployed. The damage, even the turret combined, isn't enough to take down impurity at this point. The conceal coming in is going in for some of the kills. And just look at the Chow with the CC. Van going in for the kill will be taken down. And with that, the Tempest Blade has also been deployed, trying to shout some damage, and will be able to grab that double kill onto his hand. And even risk just going good, disengaging successfully with a gameplay coming from the side of Team Impurity right now. Chaos Knights struggling to defend. Will they be able to do so, Debbie?
There's so much potential and a clearing coming out from Pokemon, but at least they can get to other turrets because the lanes are actually sinking. I mean, not looking at the bottom lane, but onto the backside super aim is gonna fall onto that skirms is right there. Oh, another one.
Okay, they're just using the Glurf Pathway as a defensive maneuver. The Lord also marching down. We take him down pretty easily because it is the first Lord after all. But meanwhile, look at Hayabusa taken down. And finally, Green Potato getting the first blood in this game. Meanwhile, Van just trading it off. Look at the
Oh,
bombardment damage coming from Bakimert. Just one shot is required and another kill onto the grab. Meanwhile, a shutdown secured by Jenny. High loss, and Jenny are the only ones remaining. The Tempest of Blade and the base is also in a really low HP. It would be a Godlight secured by Valentina, and with that, the Crystal's HP completely down. Team Impurity getting the clean sweep they need in this game.
yeah, that was a good, I mean, pure dominance starting from the drafting phase because they have every answer to what kind of hero is this Chaos Knights will put up into their sleeve because whenever they pick something up, it's actually impurities. Even though they are into the first pick, they are actually responding to every kind of pick that they have. And looking at the execution as well, you have seen it's always the toe and the beatrix always together. Whenever there's a Way of the Dragon committed onto even the tanker members, the Bakimar on his beatrix is just dealing a lot of damage. He have the damage that he require, and he have been aggressive on it as well. And he knows that he can melt any heroes that been picked off by the show. And what a good synergy coming out from there because whenever there's a commitment from either of the teams, it's always followed up by the other, the DPS Nickel Cream with the MVP here. I feel like she's present everywhere on the map whenever there's a fight going on. She's always there, and the target, like the chosen uh, ultimates that she stole from the IMU, it's always on time because she have the primal red to take, the glorious pathway to take as well, and sometimes it's just on point. It's incredible to see which one is which, and every time when you see the glorious pathway being committed onto the side of impurity, it's actually aggressive, and when you see it on the chaos knight, it's actually to save his teammates to be very defensive on that, and so at this the damage coming out from Nicholas Screams as well. Even though she's aggressive into the early stages of this game, she has to be, and that paid out as well.
Oh, yes, totally. Just like Debbie said, it was an amazing performance from the side of Team Impurity. And, I think it was the draft which was kind of lacking from the side of Team Chaos. Like Hayabusa, you have the Sky Piercer, but you do not have the kills. You do not have the support. The follow up isn't enough. Lala wasn't playing it safe either. And at the same time, Bakimurt really needed to be ganked up, but no one actually came and helped Lela. And of course, it's only 10
Yeah.
minutes, Debbie. Like, what can Lala even do? They did not even let it reach towards the late game, which Lala needs.
Yep, and I mean she does not have that required damage as well, and the positioning of herself, Joe is made to displace anybody with the way of the dragon, and if the flicker is present right there, it's gonna have to be always a sure kill with the damage that they have. Looking at the damage, Nico Queen's dealing 32% damage. This guy is amazing onto the mid lane. Just being dominant onto a hero that's so early game. The Juicin and Jenny couldn't do anything about it because Super Aim and Nico's Kunshinazi and the damage that they deal are so amazing and rotating together as well, giving support, enabling Bakimar, and most of the time it's Superman who secures that objective as well, but it is actually the mid trio helping the goal lane, their winning conditions. They know it so well and they help him. And I think this is the point where they are dominating.
Oh, yeah, totally. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, this was the last match for the day. Thank you for staying with us. And do share, like, and subscribe. And, we do have a lot of exciting matches to come tomorrow. So, good night for today. Debbie, do you want to say something?
No, yep, it's so wonderful to be here. Yep, I'm so hyped. I want to see more of the teams going head to head against each other. Maybe with a good draft, maybe with a good mechanics as well, because there are so much more good that's gonna come, and I want to see how these teams fight out together. So yep, there's nothing to say but stay tuned.
Well, yes, then we will be leaving right now. Thank you for joining us. Good night, everyone.
Prepare yourself. Not today, miscreant.
The eternal melody speaks to us in different ways.